Matt, you've had a bit of time to reflect on Saturday's draw against Solihull. What did you make of that performance?
I spoke after the game and I was pleased with the overall performance, especially in the second half. First half, we weren't at our usual standards, both with the ball and without the ball, but got a real reaction from the players at half time. So that pleased me immensely. And we went on, and I thought we looked stronger as the half went on. But when you watch the game back and you take all the emotion out of it, like I did on Sunday morning, probably I think a draw was a fair result. Archie has had to make more saves than their goalkeeper. However, the saves that he made, probably I would expect him to do so. He played really well. He's been very consistent this season, and he'll need to do the same again on Saturday against York. But coming away from the game, I was pleased again with our second half performance, because it would have been very easy for the players after the first half to not be confident. The changes made a huge difference in terms of not just personnel but changing the shape. So I'm glad and I'm happy that as a group of staff we got that right. And I have no doubt during Saturday's game that there'll be areas that we need to look at and we need to change, because we know that York are a very good team.
Of course, coming up against York on Saturday, back at home, they're a side that are doing relatively well at the moment. What are you expecting them to bring to the Vale?
Very good footballing team. Look, they've had some great results this season. They've invested heavily in their squad. They have a good young manager who, ironically, I did a coaching badge with, so I know Adam. I think it'll be a tough game for us, like every game is, but one where, being unbeaten in the last 3 games, the players should feel really confident going into it. I expect them to try and keep the ball. I expect them to press us. There's certain things that we've worked upon, and areas in which we feel that we could cause York City problems. But I'm sure they thought the same and they think the same whilst watching us. It'll be another good game of football. It will be a different test for us, of course it will. They're a team that are high on confidence, having won their last away game at Dagenham. So it's going to be another difficult game. There aren't any easy games or anything like that in this league. I'm learning that very quickly.
Of course, two games coming up in relatively quick succession. It almost goes without saying, but how important is it that we have the fan support during those games?
Of course it is. I said after the game on Saturday just how amazed I was at the amount of fans that we had up there. I mean, when I watched the game back on Sunday morning, it's only our fans you can hear cheering and chanting for the team. I felt it was really important for us to share that gratitude with them after the game, because it does mean such a huge amount. Having been a player myself, understanding when your own supporters, especially at away grounds, are there and they're making the noise, and they might not be the majority, but they're the loudest. We're going to need them again, firstly at home on Saturday and then away on Tuesday. So, look, they see the players are giving everything that they can for the shirt and everything that they can for them. And I think that's why I would suggest that they were so pleased with the performance on Saturday, because we never gave up.
In terms of injuries, of course, we're happy to get Sam Ashford back in the squad on Saturday. The players are working hard to get back to fitness. Are there any updates you can give us?
So we're close to 1 or 2. I don't think, Sam's not ready to start, unfortunately, which is a real blow to us, because he's a quality player and he's a goal scorer. We're trying to build his minutes up gradually. He's still in quite a bit of pain. So waiting for him to report this afternoon and see how he feels. With regards to the other boys, Jaden's back in training with the group, but needs competitive football before we can really consider him. Mason has done 1 session with the group. Again, I think we're probably looking at Saturday being too soon for him. So that's a real blow. But look, we've got long-term injuries with Craig Eastman, with Shauna Darkwood, Dion Woodman. So while the pitch is looking slightly better, it's still not at a point where we can make wholesale changes to the squad. And the players that are fit and available have performed really well this season. They're going to need to do so again on Saturday, and probably go with the same group again on Tuesday.